I'm not the biggest fan of the Brave web browser. In fact, I might call myself a Brave hater. Now, I installed the Brave browser on my system just to show you guys why I don't like it. And let's start with the Brave rewards. So the whole idea here is instead of getting ads on websites that could be intrusive or malicious, like let's be real, it's dangerous nowadays to use the internet without an ad blocker. Instead, you'll get ad notifications just like this. And when it gives you an ad, it gives you a little shitcoin cryptocurrency called BAT. And then it will give creators a little crypto to give them a little money since the ad got blocked because you're running an ad blocker with Brave. Now, I'm not a fan of this at all. The only crypto that I don't think is a straight up scam is Bitcoin and Monero. Bitcoin because it's just the original, the classic, and Monero because it's actually more private with Bitcoin and you could use it to buy. Not that I'm actually buying. But yeah, Brave is just trying to push all of this Web3 crap on me. Like, I don't need my browser to have a built-in Ethereum and Solana wallet. I just don't understand why I would use Brave over just a web browser with an ad block. Now, the funny thing is, I guess Brave themselves seems to agree with me because they have a new version called Brave Origin, which is, quote, a minimalist version of Brave that allows users to disable the revenue-generating features that otherwise support Brave as a business. Brave Origin is available in two different ways: a new standalone browser product available through a separate app download on your device, or as an upgrade to the existing version of Brave on your device. Both versions will be available as a one-time purchase at your Brave account, and a single purchase will give you access to both options. So this version will get rid of Leo, which is like their Brave AI feature. So on regular Brave right here, we have this AI toolbar right here called Leo. It does support quite a few models, but no OpenAI models, I guess. Looks like it's running Quinn. Doesn't seem to have DeepSeek 4. It also gets rid of the news feature, Brave rewards, which is something I want out, as well as speed reader, the stats screen, Brave Talk, the Brave VPN, which I don't even know how to enable, the wallet, the Wayback Machine, and the Web Discovery Project. So it says any new features we release outside of the core of Brave Shields would not appear in the standalone Brave app. Now, this is weird to me because some of these features that Brave Origin gets rid of are actually kind of cool. Like, you can open a private window with Tor, another feature that is great for buying. And I also don't understand why they got rid of the stats feature right here. I think it's a cool idea and it helps them with marketing. So I don't really understand why they removed that. Now, interestingly, if you want a Brave Origin license, it is $60, which is absurd because there's another web browser in the works right now, and it is in beta, but it's called Helium Browser. And this is another Chromium-based browser. It's a fork of Chrome, fully 100% free and open source, designed to get out of your way. So I don't really understand why you would use Brave Origin over something like Helium, or honestly, even stock Chromium right here. I guess if you are on Windows or Mac OS, you do have to install like community rebuilds if you want just standard Chromium. Linux, it's just going to be in your distribution's repository. I got my Helium browser right here, and we will be comparing it to Brave Origin. The nice thing though is if you are on Linux, Brave Origin is actually free. So I'm going to grab the beta version real quick, and I am on a Atomic file system and I don't really want to reboot my computer. So using my own custom terminal emulator right here, we are going to make a little Brave Origin. Let's make this a Fedora container right here, and it's changing to be Fedora Blue, and I just pasted the commands to install it. All right, I did get a phone call while I was recording, but it is done. I hate the Windows window borders. This is not because I'm running it in a container, because Chrome does this too. It's giving me a little message saying it's free to use on Linux, but available for purchase to support Brave. I'm probably not going to use this web browser after this video, so I'm good on that. And we are in, and it does actually include the stats, so I don't know why it says that it doesn't include stats. Now we got Helium with uBlock Origin installed on the left, and we got Brave Origin on the right. Now looking between the two file menus right here, they're almost identical. The only difference is Brave has this little sidebar button right here that will enable the sidebar. Now going into settings on Brave Origin right here, we do still have the shield setting. So the Brave Shield ad blocking feature is still here, and this may become very useful if, for example, I still have regular uBlock Origin installed on Helium, which is the old Manifest v2 version of uBlock that is actually able to block most ads, whereas on a regular installed Chrome you only get to have Manifest v3, which isn't as powerful as v2, so uBlock Origin is a little bit nerfed with uBlock Origin Lite. So while uBlock Origin is pre-installed on Helium, if for some reason they could no longer ship the regular version of uBlock Origin, Brave Shields would probably be a better ad blocker than uBlock Origin is, because they can actually bypass the manifest v3 thing entirely by not using an extension for ad blocking. Now, other than that, these seem to be very similar. We have our appearance settings. As you can see here, both of them support vertical tabs, which is a cool feature, and you can hide them with a click of a button. This might be in Chromium now, I'm not sure, but I do remember Helium had it before stock Chromium did. Now, Helium has a little performance tab that Brave does not have, and Brave has much more thought out privacy and security settings here. Brave is also going to support browser syncing, while Helium is not going to. Brave defaults to its own search engine and lets you change the search engine for private windows. It seems like Helium Browser gets rid of the passwords and autofill feature, but that's okay if you're using an external package manager. I use Bitwarden, for example, and I love it. Okay, let's get rid of these vertical tabs. I love vertical tabs. I just don't want it in my browser comparison, but I do use them on Zen Browser. Outside of that, though, Brave mainly gives you just a better homepage with the stats compared to just the blank page you get out of Helium Browser. If you want this on Helium Browser, you'd have to go to the extension store and find some sort of new tab page, and who knows what data these new tab extensions are collecting. I'm not saying that one specifically does, but I'm just saying you don't know with extensions like this. I forgot to mention, since I already have been using Helium, when you set it up, it gives you all of these different privacy features right here and makes it pretty easy to set up the browser with what you want. Like, I really like Helium's first setup experience. They also have Bang, so I can type !YouTube and do a quick YouTube search right here. That said though, I'm actually having a pretty good experience with Brave Origin despite not liking regular Brave browser on Linux. I just would not pay $60 for this. I think Helium is basically the same exact equivalent you can get for free, but also a lot of the things that are turned off that are annoying, you can just disable in regular Brave browser. So if I go back to regular Brave browser right here, let's minimize Origin so I don't get confused, and we go to settings, we can turn off all of the Brave AI stuff right here. We can turn off all of the cryptocurrency wallet stuff right here. We can actually disable Brave rewards pretty easily, and then we can right click and hide the Brave rewards icon. And then in here we can remove Brave rewards from the home page, turn off Brave news, and remove the cards for Brave talk and Brave rewards. So now we only have the stats page. Oh, let's also hide the icon for AI and the Brave wallet icon. And now I can hardly tell the difference between regular Brave on the right here and Brave Origin on the left, but we still get features like new private window with Tor, and any of those features that Brave has that Origin removes that you do like, you get to keep. So I just don't really understand why you would pay $60 for Brave Origin, because you can literally turn off the regular Brave features for free, or you could just use something like Helium Browser. So I just don't understand the point of Brave Origin. It is a good idea if you want to support the development of Brave. So as Brave themselves states, Brave Origin does get rid of revenue generating features. So you could just buy a Brave Origin license if you want to support the development of Brave, but I don't understand why you would go out of your way to spend $60 on Brave Origin. Anyways, with that, if you enjoyed this video, you can subscribe right here, support a broke college student on Patreon right here, and if you like this video, you might like my video about Opera GX on Linux, or my personal favorite web browser right now, Zen Browser. With that, I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace out.